You value your friendship, but clearly she does not. It's Wednesday, y'all, which means it's none other than Weird Bitch Wednesday, where I address weird behavior, where I explain weird behavior. I take anonymous emails. You can email me by visiting my website at www.kluxcoaching.com and shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to talk about your situation. This email says, Dear Kay, I'm struggling with a friend who seems to be showing signs of jealousy. Recently, I achieved a personal milestone, which was a promotion at work. And instead of celebrating me, my friend has started making backhanded comments like, I guess that must have been easy for you, or I wish I had time to do something like that. I notice they exaggerate their own achievements when I share mine and sometimes try to one-up me in conversations. I value our friendship, but it's hard not to feel hurt or like I can't share good news without tension. How can I address this without creating conflict or making things awkward? Sincerely, Anonymous. You value your friendship, but clearly she does not. It's already weird. It's already frustrating. The tension is already high. Okay? So you ask, how can you address this without creating conflict or making things awkward? But it's too late. She's already done that. Okay? She's already created some type of upset in your so-called friendship. And I'm saying she, but I could very well be talking about a he. Either way, he or she is the B in Weird Bitch Wednesday. Okay? So I had a friend who was jealous of my dog. Yes, jealous of my dog. You heard me right. I spoil my dog, spoil my cats, spoil my babies. They are my babies. They're my kids. So they have everything. I cook for them. I treat them like royalty. So they are spoiled in my household. And just like some people can be jealous of kids, she was jealous of the treatment that I gave my dog. And she would make little backhanded comments like, I can't stand that dog, or I hate that dog, and then try to laugh it off. But like I said, it was backhanded. I could see the disdain in her eyes. And because this person, I'm also going to talk about this, because this person was in close proximity to me early on, I just assumed that she didn't mean any harm by it. I assumed it was a joke, right? Because she would say things like that to me, joking like, I hate you. You know, some people joke like that. That's what they say. And it was funny. But when she said, I hate that dog, like I really felt that. And even though, I told myself, this is my friend, she probably, just like she, say that about other stuff. Like she's saying it jokingly. All right. I thought she was saying it jokingly. But as time went on, I would see how she would turn her nose up and she would just act like disgusted with the things that I did for my dog until I had to check her on it. Like, why are you hating on my dog? What's wrong with me doing nice things for my dog? And, she was just, oh, well, it's just a stupid dog and da 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 da. Yeah, but it's not to me. Maybe for you, but not to me. Jealous of the dog, y'all. So the point I want to drive home is that jealousy is a form of abuse. Okay, abuse doesn't always have to look like yelling or cursing. Abuse looks like one-upping, which is what you say your friend is doing. Abuse looks like intimidation or any type of humiliation ritual that people can put you through is abuse. When they take your emotions on a roller coaster ride, it is a form of abuse. And yes, that includes jealousy. All right. So it's important for you to know that some people can only tolerate you when you're not exceeding them. So I would bet money that when you're struggling, this friend is probably all ears, right? She's all ears. And she's probably just taking it all in and listening. She's not trying to tell you all the things that, she has going wrong. She wants you to talk more and more. Tell me more, right? But as soon as you are telling her your good things, she's trying to one-up you. It's a form of active sabotage is what it is. She's trying to sabotage your good feelings, your positive emotions in that moment by taking away the validity of your accomplishments or achievements. So it's a form of active sabotage. And what I said I wanted to talk about, proximity not equaling friendship, that right there is a very important thing to know. That just because someone is around you does not mean that they are your friend or they are a part of your community. And I know I had to learn this the hard way. Like I said, this friend that I had, the one that I said was jealous of my dog, it turned out that she wasn't a friend. She was just in close proximity to me. And by that, I mean she was someone that I grew up with. I had made friends with her in elementary school. Now, I have quite a few friends still from elementary school. And even though we, lose touch along the way, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, we can still keep in touch, through there. I don't hang with all of them all the time or, go out with them on a regular basis, but I still consider them friends because we were once friends. We keep in contact, check in every now and then, and, I don't have any bad blood with them. But this particular girl, I kept close to me as a good friend over the years. And over the years, I saw her change. We were little kids when we met. And her traumas added up over the years. She was raised in a household where her mom put a man before her. There was some abuse involved in the whole situation. So, she went through a lot. So over the years, I watched her become a hateful person. And she just hated on anything positive. And this is her hating on people all around us. And then ultimately me. And she would throw like little jabs in there, here and there to me. But I figured she was my friend, right? So I didn't think that it was that harsh, or I didn't think she meant it that way. I always gave her the benefit of the doubt. That's what I'm looking for. So by me giving her the benefit of the doubt, I had the wool pulled over my eyes, right? Not only was she jealous of me, she was jealous of my dog. She was jealous of how my mother was attentive to me and how my mom spoiled me. Like she would always throw little jabs. You spoiled, you spoiled. Only for me to grow up and realize, no, I wasn't necessarily spoiled. My mother just took good care of me, right? She was a mother to me. She was a mother to me, which is something that she did not experience from her mom, right? So you got to pay attention to people who are in close proximity to you, right? You're calling this person a friend, but she may not be a friend. Think about it. Think about how you met. Is she somebody that you grew up with? Could she be a family friend? Is she a relative that you just got linked up with and now you're calling her a friend? Who is she to you? Who is this person to you? Because it sounds like you're a friend, but it sounds like this person is not, right? And let me just run through really quickly what it means to be a friend, or mainly what it means for a person to be a part of your community, okay? When a person is a part of your community, you all have a sense of connection with each other. You have mutual care and belonging, okay? You have meaningful relationships. You support each other in the good times and in the difficult times. You share values, interests, or goals with these people. And most importantly, the people that are a part of your community, they're going to make you feel seen and accepted and understood. So they're not going to be doing that one-upping. None of that corny stuff. Okay? You contribute to the relationship, whether big or small. And all of this community has nothing, zero to do with you being around a person or in close proximity to a person. Okay? Now, you can find community online. You can find it through family, friends, or in your neighborhood. People who you have something in common with. People who you share common interests with. Or people, like I said, that just make you feel heard and seen. Because a person who makes you feel heard and seen is not going to be one-upping you. They're just going to listen and they're going to say, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And it's a two-way street. You belong in the relationship. You contribute in the relationship. It doesn't consist of overinvesting. Sorry, I said that word. It doesn't consist of over investing. Okay? And people in your community are not competing with you. That's very important. People who are in your community are not competing with you. They're rooting you on. And they're not constantly comparing themselves to you. Now, I say this to say, your community, and unfortunately, it's not going to be big. Okay? This is 2026. Your community, 9 times out of 10, is going to be small. It's going to be a small group of people who are not in competition with you. Okay? Because a vast majority of the people are going to be in competition with you. Because that's just how a lot of people's minds work. They're always competing and comparing. And you can see for yourself, they do it on social media every day. Also, you can't rush into community. I don't know if this is a friend that you just made and you all have, just hit it off, or if you've known them for a long time. But if this is a friend that you met at work or you just met them, you can't rush into community. Can't rush into that. It takes time for you to get to know somebody. And this person is already throwing up red flags. You need to halt the mission. Mission aborted. Stop it right there, because this person is not your friend. All right, so what can you do? You can create distance, meaning you can stop spending time with this person. Time is valuable. Okay, get around some people who are not going to constantly make you question who they are. Life is too short for that. All right, she's already got you wondering and feeling hurt and feeling like you can't share good news. Get from around that type of person. Create some distance. Number 2 is stop announcing your achievements to this person. Clearly, they can't handle it. Some people can't handle when you do better than them. And that's just the truth. Some people can, some people can't. I personally don't like to be around people who can't handle my achievements, because I feel like I'm dumbing myself down for them. So those are the people that I'm going to spend less time with. They ain't going to know nothing about me. They ain't going to never know nothing about me. They may see me in passing. How's it going? Good. And that's all I got for them. Okay? Because I don't announce my achievements or accomplishments to losers. People who can't celebrate you or see the good in what you're accomplishing without comparing it to what they're doing, they're losers. This person sounds like a loser. And number 3, I want you to know that some people are just beneath you. I said this in another video. Some people are beneath you. Losers are beneath you. If you're accomplishing things and they can't be happy for you, or they have to find a way to take a jab at you or try to prove themselves to be doing better than you, no matter what you say, they're a loser. They are a loser. Okay? Whether you want to admit it or not, you have found yourself in relationship with a loser. Okay, so it's important for you to remember that acts of jealousy are abuse. So think about it. Do you want to be abused by this person? I think not. I don't think you want that. I don't think anyone wants to be abused. So if you love yourself, create some distance from this abuser. And also, I want you to know that anyone who is not for you, anyone who is not for you will drain you. And this person has you questioning her, and it has you questioning your own sanity. Sounds draining to me. Sounds like a drain. Sounds like a vampire. Okay? So you have your answer right there. Get a new friend. Thank y'all for tuning in.